guys, it's Tena with an E. Today I joined a church here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The name of the church is Friendship. I wasn't expecting to join this church. I was actually going for a visit based on a recommendation from a person that I met. But when I went to this church, the pastor's sermon was just so directed towards me in a sense. It's even when I was at the church and where I was actually seated was like right there in his path. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I posted a video sometime back about feeling like I was the friend of my friends, but my friends didn't see me as their friend. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm going to put the link to that video on the top of this video because maybe that video will give you guys leeway into what I'm talking about today. So the sermon was about that's what friends are for. And he started the message about the song that Dionne Warwick and I think it was Stevie Wonder and maybe Elton John all got together in a group, and that's how he kind of opened a sermon. And he was speaking to me on the feelings that I felt in that video or at that particular time. But he went so deep into the sermon.
Real friends show up. I'm trying to drive that home for somebody today. You've been surrounding yourself with some people that you've been calling your friends, but now that you're thinking back on it, it's been some time when you needed that joker and they were nowhere to be found. It was some time when you needed her, you were there for her, but when you needed her, she wasn't there for you. You need to learn, brothers and sisters, that real friends show up. Jonathan shows up for David. Listen, brothers and sisters, Jonathan was supposed to be going to kill David. But instead, he warns David. Jonathan shows us real friends. I'm talking about solid friends. Not only do they show up for you, but they'll also speak up for you. Don't believe me? Just watch. Here it is. When you're not around, you got some friends. When you got a true friend, even when you're not around, they'll speak up for you. Here it is. I didn't make it up. It's right there in the text. I didn't do it. Jonathan did it. Don't get mad with me. He did it. Jonathan is advocating for his friend and challenging the harm that Saul is trying to do. True friends advocate for you in your absence and in your presence. And I like this because Jonathan, by advocating for his friend, was putting himself at risk. But Jonathan's loyalty stood on truth. It's time out for friends who only benefit from you for what you can do for them. You need to surround yourself with some friends who cheer you on even when you're doing better than them. The neighbors say, get you some real friends.
It was so deep before I actually knew it. Tears was just flowing out of my eyes and my heart was so overwhelmed because, as I stated earlier, it's like he was talking to me. You know what? No, it wasn't a pastor. It was him. It was the man upstairs speaking directly to me. I have never in my life visited a church on the first time visiting that church, actually joining a church. And the other thing about it, when they was, talking and they was opening their hands and inviting you to join the church, guess who the first one stood up? Me. Normally, I'm the type I wait for other people to do that first and then I join. And y'all know I'm out like 6 feet tall when I have on my 4-inch heels. So, I was standing up there kind of tall, and at the end of the day, I didn't even care. It's just like what they were given is what I needed. I believe I'm already saved and I'm a member of, the Church Without Walls in Houston, Texas. But of course, I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma now. And I wanted, a small church where, you get that vibe of, the member next to you knows you. Like I wanted that kind of church that was kind of like big enough to excite me, but small enough to try to understand me. And so I walk up to the front of the church and they got these like bright lights on. And I was the first one to walk down the aisle, and then there were a couple other people that joined the church. And so when we shook hands with the person that's there to greet you, normally you turn and face the pastor. This particular church had you face the congregation. And I don't know if I done told you guys, I probably have. I'm kind of shy, but I know people don't think I'm shy because I do a lot of talking, but I'm really hard on the outside, but in the inside, I'm mushy. And I also don't know if I told you guys that I'm a Cancer, but if you think about a crab, like they're rough and tough on the outside, it's hard to get in, but once you get in, they kind of like mushy. So I was just praying for strength, you know, because I was already crying. I didn't like want to break down into these, like, you know, where your nose running, kind of, you know, kind of cry. And so I'm standing there, and the lady that invited me to the church, which I didn't see her at the church because I kind of was in the middle back, but she walked up there and she put her arms around me. And when she did that, I broke down, guys. I broke down, and she was like, "We're here. You have found your friends and your family right here at this church." And I just had to take a moment and share that feeling that I felt today, that I'm still feeling right now, was so deep. I'm just happy, and I don't know. I know you probably see my eyes all swollen with all the tears, that happy tears, joyful tears. I guess there was also hurtful tears, you know, because it reminds you of things that, you know, sometimes you want to forget, but you need to remember in order to grow forward. And I believe today I got all of those things. And guess what? Today I joined the ship. So I have a church home now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I feel like if you go to a church and the first time you visit a church and it gets that deep into you, you have to take the step. And today, Tena with an E took the step and joined the church home here in Tulsa that I'm super excited about. And I know that that church is going to give me what I need and what I must have in order to get to the next level of where I'm trying to get. And I feel the blessing is just coming on me right now. And whew. All right, it's been real. Tena with an E is out. Thank you so much, Pastor, for touching my soul and touching my heart, allowing me to be a part of a congregation that I know is going to provide me with everything I need. I can just feel it. Have a great one. Enjoy your Sunday. Deuces.
They show up not to alienate you, but they show up to assist you.
Amen. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.